Do you know why you could never beef with me?
I don't want to beef with you, Marquette.
Because it's Marquette, number one, and number two, you
Sorry.
can never beef with me. We're on radically different levels. You should be terrified. Would I say that to you in person in front of your face? Boy, I would spit in your motherfucking face and you wouldn't do a damn thing in real life. Because a lot of people say they're savages when they're really a nice fucking guy. Me, I know that I'm mean and unpleasant. That's why when you called me, I said, hey, if you don't want it to be smoke, it's no. Do you in your real fucking life believe that? I wouldn't tell you this to your face. Do you really believe that? No, right now.
Well, clearly now, it's very evident you're aggressive and you have something to prove.
You know what? The question is, would I say that to your face?
Yes.
Yes. And you know what? Just like P. Diddy said, you would take that. If I said it to your face, you wouldn't do shit. And let me tell you something else. A fat animal. This dude is a total weirdo. This man had pulled up the sleeves on a hoodie. He wears the hat to cover up that messed up hairline. He wears the hoodie to cover up them big old bitties that he got. Big old Jamaican breasts he is. That's why he's wearing the hoodie to cover over his fat body. Like we stupid. You know, when them fat hoes be on Tinder, they take a picture from the neck up. Like we can't deduce that if you have a fat neck, you got a fat body. This man is a Tinder thought. That's what he's obviously hot. Because what kind of sense does it make when you done pulled up the sleeves on a hoodie? You're at home. Take the damn hoodie off, put on a t-shirt, my boy. But why won't he do that? Because he needs that thick.
You know, I never had an issue with Lush until he mentioned my name in the wrong way, so fuck that crackhead. But we're gonna listen to what he has to say when he called in. Mushmouth motherfucker. Anyway,
carrying on.
The wrap so tight around the dick, nigga. I don't know if the boss can get in there. His shit is going ridiculous.
See, this dude's a weirdo. Like, you heard that pornographic description he just made? This man's a weirdo. And it's not surprising that he associates with Adam22, because Adam22, he's also a weirdo. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow. We're gonna keep it all the way real. By the way, you guys have to appreciate when I show up and speak, because I'm the only one who's on. He said, add Vlad to this too. Wow. See, the thing about me is I don't go out randomly attacking people. There may be a great many people whom I don't agree with, but I'm not about to just show up attacking them out of nowhere. That's not a positive life. Now, let's get back to Crip Mac when Adam is trying to basically hand Crip Mac some Skittles and say, hey man, guzzle these. They're delicious.
oh yeah. I give everybody permission to take as many clips from this one as they want. Now let's get to this work.
Another person that is worth watching on YouTube is Marquette Devon Burton, also known as the Saint and the Sinner. Much like Zerka, he's one of the only people in the internet space that have the ability to bring information in a semi-entertaining way or possess even a shred of broadcasting talent. But there are some stark differences between the two. While Zerka is the leader of the pack when it comes to the funny, Marquette is the leader when it comes to valuable information. And as far as I can tell, he's the official sniper of the internet content world. If you disagree, you're more than welcome to jump in the comment section and you can lose a debate.
Let me make another prediction. I've said it before, I'll say it again. No Jumper, Adam22, or shall we say Adolf22, dead. Huh? Dead. Is dead. After Sharp leaves, it's over. There's nothing left. Sharp is the only person left who has any talent or entertainment value. Now, we got a lot of information to go through, and I've taken out the time to organize it for your viewing pleasures. We're going to go.
As you know, most content on the internet is ill-informed and not very entertaining, making it virtually unwatchable. So even though I find Marquette mildly entertaining and not very funny, the depth of the information he brings sets him apart from the rest of the pack, entertaining or not. That being said, there have been some very funny, entertaining moments from the Saint, and it's usually when he's doing his favorite thing, and that's embarrassing other people.
Black people, they enjoy their food to be more cooked, and they're
Wow, that's fascinating, because I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. He doesn't strike me as the type of guy who grew up around black people. He doesn't strike me as the kind of guy who currently lives around many black people. He doesn't strike me as the type of guy who's dating a black woman or was adopted by a black family. I mean, someone let me know if I'm wrong. Is this not strange? You got three corny ass white dudes discussing black people as a topic? Is that not weird as shit right now? And somehow he's making assertions, or shall we say stereotypes, about what black people eat. I didn't know this man is a goddamn ethnographer, done an ethnography on the blacks. Notice when Adam was talking greasy, he was talking greasy with his white buddies, not normal white people, corny ass white dudes who are bisexual, not normal white guys. You know, like the ones we see every day out in the world, the ones that go outside. No. Guys who engage in sodomy and are cucks who allow other men to sleep with their wives and their girlfriends. Three of those guys together talking greasy about meat, which none of them say face to face. Adam didn't like milk. Why didn't he like milk? Because he can't identify with milk and he can't control milk. Milk comes in and you don't like milk because he's not the kind of white guy you are. He's straight up and down honest. He gonna throw hands if it's time to throw hands. He's not scared. He has integrity, and he grew up in black culture, unlike Adam. You see, if this dude has a podcast, which he does, he can speak accurately about the behaviors and habits of black people. He grew up in a fucking black family. He grew up among black people. He hates this guy because this guy actually is what Adam would be if he was an authentic person engaging in the black hip hop culture. So he hates milk because milk is a real one. He hates milk because milk is not the kind of white guy he is. Something to think about. Carrying on to our next piece.
I don't know if this is a symptom of living in Los Angeles or being raised by a strong mother, but he loves to do this. And from what I can tell, he's the best at it, by far. His most important and most scathing embarrassment was against none other than DJ Akademiks.
DJ Fatademics Livingston in a real way. See, when God made you, he made you with inferior genetics, so that when you eat and engage in gluttony, the fat just goes straight to your fat ass chipmunk face. Instead of making you tall and strong, he made you short and weak and of modest intelligence. To America, he said that he was rebuked by the African Americans. That is my culture. Then he said that when he was in Jamaica, he was listening to Beanie Man, Bounty Killer, Your mama looked like Bounty Killer. But anyways, he was listening to these guys, and then people were talking about the Jay-Z and Nas. He was a loser in Jamaica. When Jamaica got to America, he's still a goddamn loser. Totally rejected and rebuked. In fact, in his Vlad TV interview, he said, no one accepted me in high school. What kind of goddamn comment is that? That's tremendously embarrassing, especially for somebody who's calling other people a dweeb. They didn't accept me in high school. My boy, that would be the whole definition of a dweeb. Right now, it's just me slapping your helmet off and disciplining you, letting you know who the big homie is. Because you's a schoolboy, and you always been a schoolboy. Said you didn't even get to go outside. Your mama was a teacher. Your daddy was a principal. You shouldn't even talk to people of my caliber. I ain't no Vince Mensa. I'd have slapped your ass on TV. Yeah, in real life. You did. Here we go.
Oh, big homie, 8 seconds in? No.
Whoa, why is he so mad? I think I know why he's mad. I think I know. I figured it out. He's mad because he thought he was big act, when really you're fat act, and we smoking on that act pack again. You did. We smoking right. I do want to say that I'm predicting that in 1 year, DJ Akademiks will get his weight together. Now, probably he'll end up getting some surgery and then try to maintain his diet. DJ Fatademics, he's going to end up getting lipo. He's going to get his gastric bypass. And I just want you all to know that I am the reason, okay? I'm damn near about to have to become a fitness coach because I'm motivating the hell out of DJ Akademiks. He's going to get that fat off his body. I can promise you that. And your boy was the one who did it. So shout out.
I was certainly on the edge of my seat watching this brief exchange between the two internet personalities, and was admittedly very disappointed when Livingston, aka Akademiks, got his wits about him and decided to bow out before he was completely decimated.
Wait, he got 7K view on.
And for
I give him a 10K, I might violate it. Wait, is he popping on YouTube? Like, if he's popping, I violate it. That's the only point, right? Like, if he's popping, I will completely violate it.
This guy's funny.
Oh, no, yeah, I'm not above the fuck. Yeah, I'm definitely not above. If he's popping, I will completely violate.
You see, the first time he was so lit, and that was before he did his research. And notice how lit he was. Notice he was big act in that one. Notice how I want all the smoke. Notice how he said, oh, this encourages me. I need motivation to make my live streams. I like when people smoke. He even, I'm the one that keeps going. He even gave some examples. All of a sudden, he don't want to keep going. I wonder why. I wonder why. We about to find out, this fat-faced fucking loser.
Went in on what? Let me say this. That's not true.
He looked mad. His fans said
the old Akademiks addresses everybody who talks bad about him. There's a blogger who just talked bad about me. I might diss them at the end of this. The old Akademiks don't make careers. I'm not here to, like, this nigga is literally nobody. As I said, if y'all actually think that this nigga matches up to me in anything, good, y'all got it.
Now, mind you, when he's saying y'all, he's talking to his own damn fans. That's how bad it was that he got blew out. Furthermore, he already stated, or he just stated that, oh, I'm not going to make careers, which would say he wouldn't make a career by mentioning me. But this is actually the second video mentioning me. But what he won't do is respond to the charges that I made against him because they're all factual. See, the problem often when you hear people making roasts, they tell jokes, but I'm over here telling truths about Livingston Island. Yeah, we're going to finish up this little piece and then we're going to get back on his ass. And me, I just got to lay the foundation before I do things. You dig? Because you's a goddamn hypocrite. Everything you say is hypocritical. Said you don't need anybody because you get billions.
Here we go.
Watch. I want you, hold on. Listen to this. Listen to this. No, listen to this.
You know you have a low IQ and also a low self-view when you have to repeat yourself constantly. Listen to this. Listen to this. Brethren, we heard what you say, man. You don't need to say it 20, 30 times. We heard you, Livingston. But you're a weak person with a low self-view. You have to repeat things. You have to be emphatic because you grew up and you were raised. No one listened to you because you didn't matter because you were the weird little fat Jamaican immigrant kid. And now he has a platform being followed by a horde of nerds. And what I've realized being on the internet is that there are more nerds than there are cool people. And the cool ones follow me. You dig? This is the nerd masses.
Nobody. They're begging me not to get lit.
He said, I will tell you why I didn't watch it. Because I violate niggas. Can somebody tell me who he ain't violate me? Violate me. I've been waiting to get violated. Violate me. That's number one. If you're going to be ugly, at least don't be fat. Ugly, that's what your mama did to you. You heard me? Your mama was ugly, you ugly. That's kind of how it go. But you ain't got to be fat. That's a decision. And that's what kind of annoys me about people like him. He has a low quality, a low standard for himself. So why would anybody follow him? That's why I'm here to chop these heads off and then put a spear through his head and put it in my front yard. Boy, huh? Your mama should have told you better than fucking with me. Should have told you he's a real rude boy. Livingston, sit down. He's a real rude boy, pussy boy. You embarrass me, eh? You hear me? She should have told your ass something.
While Akademiks is entertaining every now and then and does bring information on occasion, his ignorance and lack of talent is easily exposed when you line him against people like The Saint. And although Marquette isn't nearly as talented as some of the legendary pre-YouTube broadcasters, it matters none when you possess enough real-world talent to walk circles around most of the people leading the pack in the internet content space, regardless of how many followers they may have. And against Akademiks, this was on full display.
When in on what? Let me tell you this. That's not true. The old Akademiks addresses everybody.
Now listen, these are his own audience members. And listen how boring this fucking guy is to listen to. These are his own audience members heckling him about not responding. They're also reminding him that, hey, Akademiks, you built a career on talking shit about people. But the problem is that he talked about rappers when they were nameless. Then they became famous, which helped him become famous. But the thing is, they're mumble rappers, so they're also brainless. So they couldn't respond to him. Now he tried to say something about me and I blew his ass out. And now he's trying to retreat, not say anything. This is basically like when Pusha T blew Drake's ass out and Drake never said nothing back because his OG said, hey, Drake, you better sit your light-skinned ass down because you ain't fucking with that dark-skinned nigga over there. He ended your whole shit. You best just sit down and shut up because that boy is good. That boy good. That's what happened. They told him, hey, don't say nothing, man, because you ain't on that level. Listen to his own fans.
Like, he's a loser. You feel me? And I'll tell you what I told him. I'm like, yo, I violate people for fun. So I heard you did like a whole 4 hours about me. You're irrelevant. I won't really be watching.
I heard you did a whole 4 hours.
Okay, that's my response to you, brother. But
oh, now I'm his brother. He seen mind box.
Somebody says, oh, he cooked in his video.
Yeah.
What did he say?
Now notice that he just said, one of his viewers said that I cooked in my video, and his fat face ass gonna say, what did he say? Now that is clear indication of a goddamn liar, because if he really wanted to know what I said, wouldn't he just pull up the video on YouTube? This nerd ass motherfucker sitting in a video game chair in a dark room like he just got off of Pornhub.com and finished talking to Pamela Henderson. He clearly has all the tools necessary to go ahead and pull up my YouTube stream, but instead he said, what did he say? As though he didn't hear it. Piece of the Saints.
Okay, I ain't gonna watch it. You tell me what he said. You tell me what he said.
This stuttering lying fuck.
He could be like,
Livingston Island.
Another notable head on his internet wall is none other than No Jumper CEO Adam22.
Wasn't expecting this one. Handled in Saints.
You know, honestly, I wasn't expecting it either, because as a businessman, I've done business with a lot of people I don't like and multitudes that I don't love. But one thing I've never done is done business with someone and then turned around unmotivated and said things that were hateful or derogatory towards someone I did business with who's never said a negative word about me. So this is completely unexpected, and I'll go through all of the evidence of why we're here. Never actually seen me one time reach out and attack anybody on the internet. Although when I do it, it's like hell on earth, you dig? But it's all been defensive, and that's what people are. A straight bitch, and they know he's a bitch, and we're gonna go through all the evidence, and it'll be honestly safe for you to not be around that kind of bitch.
This internet battle has so much nuance to it, I may do a video breaking it all down. In essence, he exploited the already weak relationship between Adam and Akademiks to start an internet war between both camps, thus killing two internet birds with one large internet stone.
So then, all of a sudden, DJ Akademiks gets emotional. He starts menstruating over the fact that No Jumper hosted the supervillain. And so he starts attacking, not me, because he's scared to do that, rightfully so. He's a smart kid. So he starts attacking No Jumper. And what happens when you attack bitches? Well, they act like bitches. You dig? Everybody start folding like lawn chairs, turning on their own mans. They ain't got no decency. Won't defend his own wife. DJ Akademiks said, your wife's a cold floor, man. You asked me to pop her off with you, man. You's a dirtbag. She's a dirtbag. Your whole staff is weak. You only do 10,000 views. You got a house full of slaves over there. DJ Akademiks talking reckless. Lizard off the henny. Fat face nigga talking crazy. Then did anybody say, look, man, you's a bitch. You better shut your mouth. Nah, they ain't say none of that. So they blame the junior member of the staff, and they pretend as though Adam22, Adolf22, was unaware that I was coming on the show. They pretend as though you initiated a conversation with me, and you was all peace and peachy. If you had an issue with me as a real one, you could have DM'd me, and we could have got that off our chest, man. The kind of guy I am, if you'd have pulled up on me, hey, Quinn, I got an issue with you. What? Let's get it solved. Let's get it solved right now. Turn off the cameras. Fuck the interview. Get it solved right now. Nigga, I'm in your house. So if you had an issue with me, why you ain't bring it up then? Yeah, so you gonna wait till I leave, then you gonna DM me like a hoe on some peace and peachy shit. Then you wait till I'm clean out of state, and all of a sudden you got some slick shit to say. That's funny. Oh, let me tell you, this is the kind of caricature of a white guy that we hate. This is a fucking devil. This is not a normal white guy. This is a caricature.
You know, there are very few things better than revenge. You know, there's nothing more beautiful than planting a seed, and it happens to be the seed of destruction of your enemies. You dig?
Some might say he takes it too far every now and then. For example, during his exchange with MLD, I saw many comments alluding to him being a bully, while MLD was allegedly trying to find common ground and be friends. And maybe that's true, but we must keep in mind that this is the internet, and it's all entertainment.
You're just trying to make me look bad. That's what this is. This
No,
is
you're
like you trying to frame yourself as like a superior person.
Right? If that was the case, I would have mentioned that you had liposuction.
How have you seen me hiding the fact of that?
If that was the case, I'd mention that you have hair.
How have you seen me hiding
If
that?
that was the case, I'd mention that you have fake teeth.
Yeah. Where have
If I was trying to make myself superior to you, I would mention that you got fake fucking teeth, fake hair, and a fake fucking body. You're basically a Colombian whore. You're a Colombian whore. If I was trying to do that, I would say I'm genetically superior to you in every single way. You're a loser. And you've pretended to be something you're not. That's why you got embarrassed by those 3 women, because you don't know how to handle women. That's why you don't explain. You're like a tranny who says, I'm a woman. And I'm like, well, no, you're not.
If I was to say this to you, you sit here and insult me, okay? Like, I'm being very respectful to you, and you're calling me tranny, you're calling me a Colombian whore. When have I haven't called you anything disrespectful?
No, you just came on here. No.
Most of the viewers just want to see blood. And even if some of us like information in between the carnage, the large audience wants to see someone get embarrassed.
I tell you what, if you win the fight, I'll fly you back first class. If I stood next to you, you wouldn't say a peep, because I'm a scary person to someone like you. If someone defames me or slanders me or commits libel, and I have an issue with it, I would need to sue them, because I've done things you'd be scared to do in real life.
So you cannot blame Marquette for delivering that whenever the opportunity presents itself. It's a great tactic because, as I said, I don't find him to be very funny and only mildly entertaining otherwise. The information is terrific, and I would vouch for it against almost 100% of other content creators. But his voice, while articulate, can be mundane at times. After an hour straight of hearing him, you'll be praying for a book, which isn't a bad thing. If you listen to him on double speed, it certainly helps, but it's not going to keep you on the edge of your seat or laughing hysterically like you would at Zerka. But you will learn, and if he is discussing something geopolitically, the information will be as accurate as you are able to find on YouTube. That's right, all of the good content on YouTube is censored, and thus most of his provocative content is only available on his personal website or Patreon, which I highly recommend if you are an aggressive knowledge seeker, and especially if you need dating advice. His advice is the most accurate. I'm willing to debate that. And the last thing you should keep in mind when watching The Saint is how much he exaggerates his titles. After his debate with the Alphabet Organization's favorite blue-haired punching bag, Destiny, which, by the way, was so one-sided that Destiny rage quit by playing the piano for his audience in lieu of addressing Marquette's questions. It was the debate that never began, yet every now and then you may see Destiny's name in The Saint's video titles, seemingly just for clicks. Although he's easily detoured by super chats, which shows he does love his fans, but it makes it difficult for those that just want the information. So, if you encounter this, don't be upset, you've been warned. Because if you truly needed accurate, uninterrupted information, you would go read a book. You're welcome.
Hey, I gotta live like a king. Hey.
In a real way. And I don't even group myself with African Americans anymore because they standards so fucking low. If it ain't sassing, it ain't nothing. You heard me? Same center nation.
Scene, a player clean, poker face, 4 queens. I got 4 of a kind on everything. Diggers, living elite. I don't feel complete without kicking at my feet in a Rolls Royce every week. Maybe this is deep. Listen close when I speak. I need to at least, cause I'm too much. Quit banging my line, ho. Quit banging my line, ho. When you see me act like you don't even know me, ho. When you see me act like you don't even know me, ho. Come on, baby, get a clue. How you do what you do? How do you fall in love with me, but I'm not in love with you? Peace to the saints. Peace to the saints.